You've probably met someone like this. They're quiet, they observe more than they speak, and when they finally say something, it hits way deeper than expected. And you might have thought, okay, this person is smart. But here's the thing. High IQ isn't just about solving math problems or getting good grades. Neuroscience shows it actually changes how someone experiences life, how they think, feel, and even struggle. And if you've ever felt like you overthink everything, get mentally exhausted, or feel out of place, this might explain more about you than you think. So let's break it down. First, high IQ brains process more information faster. Sounds like a superpower, right? But here's the catch. It's also overwhelming. Their brain doesn't filter things easily. Every detail, every possibility, every outcome gets processed. That's why they overthink simple decisions, like choosing a career, replying to a message, or even starting a task. It's not laziness, it's cognitive overload. If this sounds like you, the solution isn't think more. It's the opposite. Limit your options. Set smaller decisions, because clarity beats complexity every time. Second, they question everything. High IQ individuals don't just accept things at face value. Their brain constantly asks why. This is linked to higher activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reasoning and analysis. But here's where it becomes a problem. When you question everything, you also doubt everything, yourself included. That's why many highly intelligent people struggle with self-doubt. They see all the ways something could go wrong, so they hesitate, they delay, they stay stuck. The fix? Build action before certainty. Take small steps even when you're unsure, because waiting until you feel ready usually means never starting. Third, they feel deeply, even if they don't show it. There's something called overexcitability in neuroscience. It means their brain reacts more intensely to stimuli, thoughts, emotions, even imagination. So when they fail, it hits harder. When they feel behind, it feels heavier. And when they're lost, it feels overwhelming. This is why burnout is common. Not because they're weak, but because their brain runs at full speed for too long. So if you relate to this, understand this clearly. Rest is not optional for you. It's essential. You don't need more discipline. You need better recovery. Fourth, they get bored easily. High IQ brains crave complexity. Repetitive tasks feel draining. That's why they jump from one idea to another, start things, and don't finish them. It's not lack of focus, it's lack of stimulation. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come from constant excitement. It comes from consistency. So the trick is simple. Make boring tasks meaningful. Attach them to a bigger goal. Remind yourself why it matters. Because motivation fades, but purpose sticks. And finally, they often feel out of place. When your brain works differently, you start to notice things others don't. Conversations feel shallow. Goals feel misaligned. You feel like you don't belong anywhere. And over time, this creates isolation. But here's what most people don't realize. Being different is not a disadvantage. It's direction. It means you're not meant to follow the usual path. You're meant to build your own. So instead of trying to fit in, focus on finding people who think like you. Even one or two is enough. Now, let's quickly bring this together. If you overthink, it's because your brain processes too much, so simplify decisions. If you doubt yourself, it's because you see too many possibilities. So take action anyway. If you feel deeply, it's because your brain is intense. So prioritize recovery. If you get bored, it's because you need challenge. So connect tasks to purpose. And if you feel out of place, it's because you're not meant to blend in. You're meant to stand out. So here's something simple you can do today. Pick one thing you've been overthinking. Just one. And take a small action on it. Not perfect, not complete, just started. Because progress for people like you doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from doing despite the noise. And if this felt a little too accurate, good. That means you're starting to understand how your mind actually works. And once you understand that, everything changes.